And here we are for week 3, so we have found them, and let's see what they have brought to face us with. Okay, a majority of what I was expecting. The Hoopa is slightly unexpected, but the rest, yeah, I was kind of expecting that. Spiritomb is going to be one of our biggest issues. We want to try and get rid of that if possible, as soon as possible. But we're going to go ahead and just do our lead Grafai here. Unfortunately for me, during my prep, I don't know if you guys saw, but I may have edited it out or not, but I thought Tornadus was their Terra Captain still, and so I just found out that Iron Treads is their Terra Captain within the last hour. So we'll see how this goes. But nonetheless, it's still pretty similar in threat and strategy, where we just want to try and low kick that. Luckily now, it doesn't really have a fighting resistance besides Spiritomb. But yeah, I think our strategy regardless stays the same. Good news is Grafai should be able to outspeed the booster energy, if it is a booster energy Iron Treads. So this should be an interesting battle. It's definitely going to be a tough one. Oh, I love your character card. Wait. That's so cute. Okay, who do you lead with? Hoopa. Ooh, okay. I didn't pick this one. Okay. So Grafai versus Hoopa. Let's say you're a nasty spot. Oh wait, that's Hoopa regular. Let's say your choice scarf. Our low kick is going to be doing about half of its health. I don't mind going for that. Are you just going to switch into King Gambit? Ooh, can we get a low kick on this? Are you Chopple? Ooh. Ooh, that's some nice damage. Okay, so if they go into, what's their face here? Spiritomb. I don't necessarily mind. I don't mind parting shotting after that. Okay, but King Gambit is down. That is a nice threat out of the way. That is a nice threat out of the way. Now that's not to say that they don't have more threats. But this is a rough one for us. I doubt we're not going to be able to outspeed right now. We are not going to be able to do much other than go for a parting shot if possible. No, because if they go for a substitute or something, I'm going to want to go ahead and low kick anyway. So, okay, so they just Ice Spinner. I do want to double check how much is our Vacuum Wave from Ursaluna doing. So I think it should KO. Yeah, Vacuum Wave should KO, but something tells me this might be Choice Scarf. So I'm going to go ahead and get into Staraptor here and go for a U-turn. Right? Staraptor's U-turn would be doing over half of its health. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. So we'll see what they go into. They gotta fear the Choice Scarf. Or not the Choice Scarf, the Close Combat. But yeah, the Choice Scarf would allow us to. So they switch out, which is a good call on our play. Spiritomb. Okay, they do just go Spiritomb. Which at this point, I don't think is bad to go ahead and go into Ursaluna here. I'm just going to do some testing real quick. Yeah, our Moonblast should be able to KO it at this point. So we can go ahead and go for that. Unfortunately, That leads Chien-Pao to come back in, but again, actually, our Vacuum Wave should be fine. So we'll go into Ursaluna. And Iron Treads could want to take this Moonblast. Actually, Blood Moon is not bad. Blood Moon should be able to KO this. But I do want to do the calc for Iron Treads real quick. Let's say especially defensive. Blood Moon would be doing 30% of its health. I don't mind that. Let's go for a Blood Moon. Ting-Lu. Okay. So out against Ting-Lu. They're leftovers, right? They're not leftovers. Interesting. For Ting-Lu, I kind of want to go ahead and get in Terapagos here to start. No, actually, I want to save Terapagos. I'm going to go ahead and get Mousehold in if they go for hazards. And then I'm doing some calcs real quick. Let me actually get back to the screen so I can see a timer. I'm going to do some calcs real quick to see how much Ting-Lu versus Mousehold does. Without any setup, our Population Bomb does about 60 to 80%, so we have a decent amount of chance to just KO it with a Population Bomb. Do they still have Spiritomb? They do still have Spiritomb. So we can go out and switch out. They might be physically offensive here, and if they go for an Earthquake, then that'll do over half our health. Body Press. I totally forgot about that move for a second. Surprised Mousehold survived that. Good for you, my guy. Okay. I'm kind of annoyed that I forgot that it gets that. But again, good for you, Mousehold. We're gonna go ahead and go for that Population Bomb. So we'll see how much we get. That's 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits, 8 hits, 9 hits. Can we get the full 10? It doesn't look like we're going to kill, but we got the full 10. So Mousehold, you know what? Good for you. You did some good work there. And then our Vacuum Wave should be able to come up and clean afterwards. So I'm going to double check that for you real quick. Vacuum Wave is doing 15 to 18%. I definitely think it was within that range. We should be able to outspeed anyway, right? Where's the... Yeah, we should be able to outspeed anyway. So, I mean... Actually, I'm going to go back into Staraptor and just U-turn. Because that should be fine, right? I think that should kill. I'm not overthinking here. That's at level 100, at level 50. This thing is doing... Yeah, that should kill. So, come back out, Staraptor. And we'll go ahead and U-turn again. I'm just glad to see Mousehold do some nice damage with that Population Bomb. So here we can go ahead and get in the Terapagos. Or do I want to go Ape? Because if I don't have Terapagos, I mean, as long as Ursaluna still is alive, then Spiritomb really isn't an issue. So I don't think Terapagos would be terrible here. We do have the Dazzling Gleam, if need be. If I get Stealth Spiritomb, I'll try to see if I can get any... Heck, yeah, they do go Spiritomb. So this might be a, what's it called? Assault Vest set, so I'll see what it is with Assault Vest. With Assault Vest, we're doing 42% max. Anything else, it is about 50 to 60 health, so I don't mind that. We'll go ahead and get the Dazzling Gleam off. And if you are... Good, Will-O-Wisp. So unfortunately, Terra Shell does not get to come into play here. But we still get to go ahead and use our Dazzling Gleam. And then I do want to double check for Chien-Pao what that damage is going to be from Sacred Sword, or anything of the sort. And we're at 161 right now. 94%. We should be able to live an Icicle Craft. If they have Sacred Sword, I don't think we'll be able to live that. Yeah, no, we would not live a Sacred Sword. So we're going to go ahead and Dazzling Gleam, and if they go Chien-Pao, we have to let this one go down. And then, depending on the rest of their team, it honestly might be Annihilate Close Combat Sweep. If I can set that up correctly. Is it booster speed or booster attack? Speed. Okay. So our Aura Sphere is doing what to this? Excuse me. Aura Sphere and Dazzling Gleam are doing about the same. It wouldn't be bad to just Dazzling Gleam in that case, since Hoopa is still around. So yeah, we'll just go for Dazzling Gleam. They have to Terastallize here. And we should be able to live anything they throw at us. I didn't check for Body Press. I'm being stupid. Actually, we should be able to survive a Body Press. Not if they start doing that. At +2. Yeah, we would not be able to survive that. What about with Staraptor? I know worst case scenario we can use Ursaluna to go ahead and let ourselves priority attack that, but I just want to do the calcs real quick if possible. +2 Body Press with max defense and a bold nature is going to be doing max of 87%, so we could technically still survive that, but I think I'd rather go ahead and risk the damage onto, or go ahead and get the Vacuum Wave onto our Ursaluna here. And then, yeah, if they are... Actually, it might be better to get Staraptor in, because I think Hoopa has better special defense. Okay, we got 30 seconds. And Cerebi, please don't fail me. It is not loading. Hoopa's special defense. This is defense. Yeah, their special defense is a lot better, so I'm going to go ahead and go into Staraptor here, and we're going to go ahead and just U-turn if possible. Yeah, okay, cool. Ooh, I was dumb. I should have close combated. I forgot to actually calc for the, that is rough on me. Okay, so we gotta go ahead and Vacuum Wave. And then I want to double check with Annihilate. If it is possible to KO. Koopa. U-turn would definitely be able to kill it, so I'm not necessarily too worried about that. Ooh, I may have kind of just ruined this game for us. Actually, no, I haven't, because if their Chien-Pao is Focus Sash, then that guarantees that we can outspeed with our Annihilate. So we're going to go ahead and Vacuum Wave here as well. Which they are Focus Sash. And then Annihilate. Oh, we actually survived that? Okay, well, we'll Vacuum Wave here again. They just have Sucker Punch. Okay. So Annihilate. Into Chien-Pao. I just want to see the damage I might take. Once I Terastallize, it would take about 70% from the Annihilate, but then, or from the Chien-Pao, but then we would still have some HP left over. So we'll go Annihilate, and we will just U-turn. Yeah, because U-turn is going to be the best move to go for. So we Terastallize, and this should KO. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't, we still outspeed with our Choice Scarf on Staraptor. And let's see what happens from there. Coolio. Oh, 4x super effective weakness to Bug. Let's go. And then they have Sucker Punch, so Staraptor definitely just dies. But then Annihilate lives, so. Unless they set up a Sword Stance, if they try to set up a Sword Stance, then they die. So yeah. I think this might be game. This might be game. It might be a close game, but I think it's game. Is this at max HP? Yeah, this is... Oh, wait, hold on. What about Adamant? I didn't calc for Adamant. Adamant Sucker Punch with a Life Orb. That's with Life Orb, too, and I know they're not Life Orbs, so I believe we can take this. Yeah, we should be able to take this pretty fine. And we'll go ahead and kill them with a Close Combat. Why not? Right, that's 100% accuracy. All of them are 100% accurate. We'll go for Close Combat. And that's the game. Wow, that was a stressful match. That was a fun one, too. Thank you, Lucinderace, for the fun match, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.